Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and I'm a little late tonight getting to this, but I would like to talk to you a little bit about Haglunds Deformity through answering those 4 questions that we've been doing over the last little while. So, number 1, what is a Haglunds Deformity? So if you take the heel, you take the foot, take the heel bone, you have a prominence that's supposed to be here. What happens with a Haglunds Deformity is this prominence gets bigger and starts to cause pain on the back of the foot. Usually you'll have a palpable prominence. You can actually feel it. It's usually on the outside of the lateral side of the foot. It's not right behind the Achilles tendon, but kind of to the side of the Achilles tendon, but can cause Achilles tendonitis or Achilles tendon pain as well. Most of the time it actually causes pain with shoes, and it starts to rub in that area, and it gets to the point where they're hurting all the time in the back of the heel. And that's really the Haglunds Deformity. So the advantage of this is it's not involving the Achilles tendon because the Achilles tendon sits behind it. So you actually have the Haglunds Deformity, which can be treated and even resolved without touching, without injuring the Achilles tendon itself. So number 2, why does it happen? The truth is it's a genetic problem, as are most of the issues with the foot and ankle, but lots of individuals have this genetic tendency or this genetic prominence, but it becomes more of a problem when you've got shoes or chronic pressure to that area. The body creates, I guess the best example is when you go work outside and you work really, really hard, you'll start to get blisters on your hands, and these blisters become calluses, and these calluses make the skin thicker, and so it doesn't injure, doesn't get hurt, doesn't get sore. The body does the exact same thing with bone. If you have areas of bone that are rubbing, area of bone that the body's worried about, you'll actually create extra bone. And in this case, this prominence becomes bigger because of the pressure of the shoes and the pressure of the activities. It can be caused sometimes by a tighter Achilles tendon that's creating extra pressure. It can be tight shoes. It can be a matter of those kind of issues. And then over time, that becomes a bigger problem and starts to become painful. So if you don't wear shoes that ever put pressure on that, it's not going to become a problem. It's not going to become painful and so forth. So that's kind of part of the issue, but really the biggest issue is you have to have a prominence in this area to start with, or it won't become a problem. Number 3 is, how do you treat it at home? The best thing to do is to find ways to reduce the pressure. So you're not rubbing on that area, not getting pressure in that area, not wearing shoes that actually push in that area. And you can also pat it. There are things you can do. There are actually sleeves you can pull on that actually have gel on the back that keeps it from rubbing. They actually work quite well. They're a temporary fix, but it's something you can do at home. The third thing, the 4th question really is when she goes to the doctor. And that's really when it becomes painful enough that it's starting to interfere with life. If it's starting to interfere with what you're doing each and every day, or starting to keep you from doing what you want to do, then it's worth going to the doctor. The truth is there's not a lot of options as far as treatment other than surgery, where you actually go in and you take a portion of that bone off and solve the problem. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your Podiatry Tips Day 177.